Hey, what's going on, folks? I'm up here in my bedroom trying to find a movie, looking everywhere for it, can't find it, and now after taking out all these films and whatnots, I got to put them all back. So I thought before I do that, I might as well make a quick video here, just showing off some of my DVD collection. Now let me try and get through these without knocking them all over. Oh, bloody hell. Now, before we start, I should probably point out that this collection is full of very violent Asian movies and very grotesque horror movies. So if you're of a nervous disposition, my advice to you is probably go back and hide under your mother's skirt, because this video is strictly for live men. Nah, I'm joking. Come on, come on. Now, most of these films, as I mentioned, are like Asian movies, that kind of thing. So I thought, you know what, I may as well show them off, because I'm sure a lot of people out there are interested in like action movies and whatnot, and the bewildering array of movies that are actually available can be quite daunting. So, you know, if you're into action movies or just good quality films all around, I'm going to show off a couple, and you never know, you might see something you like. If you ever want to check any of these movies out, trust me, a lot of these things you can pick them up for pennies off of eBay. So let's have a look at this one. Anyone who's seen the movie 300? Well, this is kind of like the Thai version of that. The Legend of the Village Warriors, Bang Rajan. Same sort of story to 300. Is supposedly based on a true story. A lot of Thai warriors protecting a Thai village that's strategically placed. The Burmese army have to get past all these guys before they can go on their conquest of Thailand. Excellent movie. We've got Azumi 2. I do have Azumi 1 somewhere. Yes, on the young and gorgeous Aya Ueto. Love this chick. I guess samurai movie. Excellent stuff. Ooh, yes. I meant to lend this one out to one of my friends. This is a stunning movie. A psychological thriller. A film that hurts, disturbs and overwhelms. Directed by, I think it's done by Takeshi Ishii. Am I right? Of course I'm right. Am I ever wrong? Freezer, stunning movie. This one should be familiar to most people. Shaolin Soccer, starring Stephen Chow. Yeah, gotta have some anime, don't you? This is a TV series called Bamboo Blade. 26 episodes in total, the first 13 on this one. Bamboo Blade, awesome stuff. Oh yeah, Ninja Scroll. This is a very violent Japanese anime, full of sex and gore. And this one isn't. Now, what I like about this one, this is a Chinese DVD set. What it contains is every single episode of Tom and Jerry, including all the racist ones, which is very, very nice. All complete, all uncut. We have Storm Riders, starring one of my favourite Asian actors, Yi Chang. Torn by Fate, United in Destiny. Yeah, based on a very popular and long-running Chinese comic. Check out the top there. Unrivaled box office success. Storm Riders $42 million. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 15. Yeah, Storm Riders. Ring 2. There are 3 movies in total. You got obviously Ring 1, Ring 2, and then the third one is called Ring 0. Fantastic stuff. Some old school VHS action here. This is No Retreat, No Surrender 2, starring, I can't remember this guy's name, but he's in some cracking martial art movies. American movie, but Chinese fight choreography. So if you like your martial arts movies, definitely worth checking out. Although the third one is probably my favourite. Robocop 2 on VHS. I do have the trilogy on DVD, but I did pick up the VHS copy at a local charity shop just because look at that fantastic cover art. You don't get cover art like that on DVDs, do you? Oh yeah, Kurosawa. Again, another Chinese DVD. Actually, what films are on this? I'm gonna have to. I'll never price it out, but basically all his early films. In fact, let me just hold on in 1 second. Let me get these out of the packaging. Show them off proper. We have very early films. We've got Rashomon, Stray Dog, one of the greatest films I've ever seen in my entire life. I think it's called Ikaru. Brilliant movie. The Bad Sleep Well. Some of the more well-known Kira Kurosawa films. Seven Samurai, Throne of Blood. Now this one will be of interest to people. Any Star Wars fans out there, you need to see this movie here, Hidden Fortress. It is the basis for Star Wars. And we got Redbeard. Unfortunately no Yojimbo on the sets, but hey, you can't have everything, can you? The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Now, I don't care for westerns one jot, but I'm going to settle an argument. A lot of people say, well, what's best? The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, or Once Upon a Time in the West, starring Charles Bronson? My answer, this is the greatest Western ever made. Full stop. But Once Upon a Time in the West, one of the greatest movies ever made. Another good one here, The Warrior. Unfortunately, the DVD, this one, no matter how many times I clean it, keeps skipping, so I haven't been able to see the end of this. But yeah, the chick from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It's in that one. Another old school VHS one. Any fans of Reservoir Dogs? In fact, there might be a mention of it here somewhere. Not that I can see. Guess it came out before Reservoir Dogs, this one maybe. But yeah, this is what inspired Reservoir Dogs. Very, very similar movies. Starring Chow Yun-fat and what's his face, whose name I can't remember. These Danny Lee. These two would be in a few films together. Most notably, The Killer. Now this one, I'm not a fan of Jet Li. I like my martial arts stars to actually do martial arts, not all this wire foo. But this one actually surprised me. This is a really, really good film. Dr. Y and the Scriptures of No Words. It starts out like a Chinese Indiana Jones movie, which isn't bad. But then it cuts to the real world and you find out what you've been watching is a novel this guy's writing. And then a lot of his assistants take over and start adding chapters and whatnot. So it's a kind of crazy film, done proper Hong Kong style. Love it. Move on, Itchy. One of my all-time favourite films is the Zatoichi series. This is not a remake, but this is like a modern interpretation where instead of a guy, they've got a young lady gone round playing the Blade Swordswoman. Cool, classy and razor sharp. If you're familiar with Zatoichi, which I'm guessing most of you probably aren't, it's definitely worth checking out. They are old now, they're from the 60s and 70s, but I tell you what, they piece on just about 90% of all the, today's movies. Some Jean-Claude Van Damme action. Love this guy here, Bolo Yeung from Enter the Dragon. Yeah, the film that made him a star, Bloodsport. First Ring movie. Still holds up well today. Still prefer it over the Hollywood remake. Battle Royale. You ain't seen this film, you don't know what you're missing. This is a stunning piece of cinema. Whether you're into Asian films or not, this is just one film you really, really need to see. Brilliant movie. Here's one I ain't watched. Shark Tale. Despite the title, Wasabi, this is actually a French movie. Starring Jean Reno. Do you remember him from Leon? Brilliant film. The whole film is in French. Even when he goes to Japan to hunt down his daughter he never knew he had, everyone speaks French. Very unique. Yeah. Samurai X, or as better known as Rurouni Kenshin. This is one of them OAVs that they like to do. Basically in Japan, when they do an animated series, it's normally based on a comic and tends to follow the comic storyline very closely. So these original releases lets the creators do something original. What else we got? Oh yeah, another classic here. Public Enemy. Brilliant film. Ruthless, uncompromising, brutal. Excellent. I second that motion. Yeah, a long time ago now I put up a video for the game that this is based on called Zombie Hunters. Check it out on my channel, it's still up. Yeah, this is the movie based on the game. It's actually a pretty decent movie. And despite the title, welcome to a new kind of hero, the Yo-Yo Girl Cop, starring J-pop sensation Aya Matsuya. Another good film, very creative. And I've got some ninja scroll action here. There should be another one. There is 3 in total. This is the TV series. Top stuff. Let's have a look here. What we got? We got Zoo Warriors, a Sammo Hung movie. A fantasy adventure. That's Bridget Lin. Looking gorgeous, as always. Pretty decent film, that one. Korean movie this time. The most action-packed adventure in years. I can't argue with that. 3 phenomenal Korean actors. You can't really recognise this guy here under his hair and his moustache. But yeah, one of Korea's finest actors, this guy. He'll be in, if it's not out already, he'll be in G.I. Joe 2 playing Storm Shadow. Yeah, if you grew up in the 80s, chances are you had one of these. There were loads of these knocking about. Basically, companies would get hold of any old anime series, put it on VHS, usually edited and poorly dubbed. This is one of them. I'm not sure what the Japanese original is called, but it's alright. Cardcaptor Sakura, some more anime there. Haha, any G.I. Joe fans, look away now. This is Action Force, the movie. International heroes. Live the adventure, yeah. Duke, Flint, Snake Eyes, Cobra Commander, they're all in there. It's essentially the same movie, but that funny song that they play at the start has changed. If you like action movies, you have to see Ong Bak. This is actually Ong Bak 2, but for some reason it was released over here in the UK as Ong Bak the Beginning. I don't know if this had a different title in the US, as a lot of Tony Jaa's films did have different titles in different regions. Yeah, stunning movie. This is probably my... do you know what? I put Jackie Chan, Jet Li at this level. Bruce Lee way up here, but Tony Jaa is the only man I'd put up on that level alongside him. He is a standing martial artist and a fine... He actually directed this movie as well. He's a stunning filmmaker on top of all that. We've got true classic here, Chow Yun-fat, fully uncut. John Woo's masterpiece before he went to Hollywood and ended his career. Hard-boiled, brilliant, brilliant movie. I think I might watch this later actually. I love this movie so much. Never get tired of seeing that one. Yeah, Transformers. You know I'm a Transformers fan. What? You want to make something of it? Over 3.5 hours of Transformers action. Fortunately, the episodes they got on this one ain't brilliant. Picked up from a charity shop. Yeah, I mentioned I love Zatoichi. Well, this is a remake, or reinterpretation, I think is the best way to call it. I don't know what the show was called in America, but there's a show over here in the UK called Takeshi's Castle. Oh, this is Takeshi himself, Takeshi Kitano. He's not the general who leads the troops, in case you're wondering. He's actually the guy at the end who always wins. Not a patch on the original Zatoichi movies, but Takeshi brings enough of his own personal touch to this movie to make it well worthwhile. I'll also go on record as saying that Takeshi Kitano is without a shadow of doubt my all-time favourite actor and director. Oh god, yeah, I've got quite a few of movies of this fella. The director, Takeshi Miki. He's a bit of an oddball, basically. He can turn his hand to anything, and this is one of his more absurd movies. Definitely worth watching. It is very, very funny. Love, music, horror, volcanoes. Cinema was never meant to be like this, and it never will be again. Trust me. Then who's right for the side of screaming? This is a film you just cannot categorize. Brilliant. We've got some French movie action. Yeah, I like this actor, although you can't see his face. Anyone seen the Silent Hill movie? The director, Christopher Gans. This is one of his films. Like I say, French language film. A lot of action. No, that's actually better. Oh, he's under makeup, you can't really see him. I'm going to try and pronounce his name for the upteenth time. Mark de Koskos, I think is how it's pronounced. Brilliant. And we have a PC game called The Witcher. Oh, in case you're wondering why this is here, Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. This is for the Xbox. I've also got the special Street Fighter 2 controller for the Xbox to go along with this game. Ooh, it's all got tits up. The reason why this is here includes Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Now, anyone who considers himself a gamer must have seen or at least come across the Jean-Claude Van Damme vehicle Street Fighter, the awful, awful movie. Well, if you haven't seen it, the Street Fighter 2 animated movie is not just a stunning piece of work, but it just goes to show why anime is so loved by so many people around the world. It is a brilliant, brilliant piece of work. Definitely recommend it. God, it's all gone everywhere. Takeshi Kitano again, one of the films that really brought me international acclaim, Hanabi. Hanabi means fireworks. One of the decade's great films. Definitely agree with that. Bit too slow for most people's liking. I've lent this out to a few different people and they all say the same thing. Good film, just a bit too slow, but I love it. Brilliant. Filmmaking at its best. Yeah, we're getting to some classic films here now. Believe it or not, I'd actually seen 2 and 3 when they were new, but it was years later before I actually saw Back to the Future 1. Yeah, what can I say? It's classic. Now, for those who know they're Asian directors, there might not be many of you out there, but John Woo, Soo Hark, love those guys. Not so much a big fan of Ringo Lam, surprisingly. I've seen most of his films. In fact, one of the films I showed off over there, what was it called? City on Fire. The Reservoir Dogs, the movie that inspired Reservoir Dogs. That was directed by Ringo Lam as well. But this one, Wild Search, I only picked it up because these two, I forget her name, is they're Sherry Chung, I think. Yep. They acted in a number of films together. But yeah, Chow Yun-fat, brilliant actor, love him. So I got this movie, didn't really know anything about it. I have to be honest, I was genuinely surprised by this. This is a really, really good film. You ever see this going cheap anywhere, pick it up, wild search, awesome film. Senna, completely unmissable. I'm a big Formula 1 fan. Ayrton was one of my favourite drivers. The reason why this is unopened is this is my second copy. If you're not a fan of Formula 1, you're thinking, well, I'll pass up on this because you know, you don't watch it or you don't care for the sport. Trust me, even if you're not into Formula 1, this is a stunning piece of work. It's narrated by Senna himself from interview excerpts, basically telling his life story, how he got into Formula 1, his beliefs in the sport, everything else. Brilliant. Oh, what we got now? Oh, we got some American movies. Yeah, Da Vinci Code. Not seen this. I got this and I thought, you know what, I'll read the book first, but I can't be bothered to track down a copy of the book. We'll watch it eventually. Here's one I've watched more than once, Return of the Living Dead. Love my horror films. I was kind of like thinking to myself, is it worth picking up on DVD? Should I look to get it on VHS? Because apparently there was copyright issues with lots of the music or something like that. But yeah, I took the plunge, got it, and not disappointed. Brilliant film. There are lots of sequels, not got around to checking them out yet, but brilliant. Wow. Jackie Chan in his prime, Snake and Eagle's Shadow, the film that made him a star, directed by, I forget his name, Yuen Woo-ping, the guy who's famously credited as choreographing the fight scenes in The Matrix. Stunning, stunning. Drunken Master is probably much more famous than this, but this is definitely up there with that. Ooh, another Jackie Chan film, City Hunter, based on a popular Japanese comic and anime. Some fantastic moments in this. Brilliant, brilliant film, directed by Wong Jing. In the early 90s, having dominated the late 70s and all of the 80s in Hong Kong, Jackie was looking to sort of change up his image, change up his style a little bit, and work with other directors, because he directed virtually all his own films throughout the 80s. Yeah, this, like I said, it's him working with Wong Jing, who is, well, how can I put it nicely? He's a hack. But yeah, he does make some good films, God of Gamblers in particular. Yeah, decent film. There are classics, and then there's 2001: A Space Odyssey. This is a VHS special. Did I take any posters or something through with this? No. Actually, fantastic quality on that tape. Project A, named after the Jackie Chan film, Project A. Yeah, this is Project A code. I bought these, mistakenly thinking they were subtitled. They're not, they're all dubbed, so I haven't got around to watching them yet. Oh, here's something interesting. A friend of mine worked at the BBC for decades. He worked there from the 60s till the early 2000s. And every so often the BBC would just chuck out all these video cassettes. What's one? This one. Cape Fear, Rob De Niro. What's this? Emerald Forest, yeah. And he'd go around the bins and he'd pick up everything from Doctor Who memorabilia to VHS cassettes, props, everything, because they'll just chuck them out, burn them. He gave me loads of them. In fact, yeah, one of my favourite animators of all time, what's his name? Tex Avery. I love Tex Avery. I love all old American cartoons. Whoops, jump cut. Sorry about that, folks. Batteries in the camera went. Now, as you can see, light's getting to be a bit of an issue here. But yeah, I didn't realise I'd been nattering on so long that 17 minutes had elapsed. So I thought this would be a quick video of me showing off some of my Asian films. So basically, anyone who's made it to the end of this video, who's watched it all, and would like to see me go through the rest, leave a comment. Let me know. If you want to see more of this, I'll do a second video, show off the rest. I've got so much stuff down there. I haven't even started on the horror movies. There are some brilliant, brilliant films in here. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. But like I said, I'm going to upload this video as it is. But if you want to see more, leave a comment, let me know, and I'll do so. If not, I'll get back to gaming. So, all I can say now is thanks for watching, and see you all again soon.